I am, as some would call, a greenhorn to this hobby. I started early in 10th, and whilst I am fortunate enough to avoid horrors such as the Screamer Star and the Harlequins, it means I haven't played for very long, and I'm kind of garbage. So, what did I do when I descended into this hobby? Why, I immediately made the smartest decision possible, and chose what my forever army would be, the Admech. Well, that was right after I decided not to do Chaos Knights, which was right after I didn't really want to pursue Eldar anymore, which was after I really wasn't feeling the Salamanders, which is just after when I kind of lost interest in the Tyranids, which was just as I was thinking, nah, after all it's the Tau, which was after I decided Ultramarines weren't really the thing for me, which was after I already had 1,000 points in Necrons that just didn't tickle my fancy, which was after originally splitting the starter box with my dear brother and owning some Tyranids. And this is all after I bought 3 armies for Age of Sigmar. Anyway, the message here is that I'm indecisive, and sometimes I ponder the internet for advice, which brings me to today. I'm going to be entering my first full-day narrative event on the 19th of October, put together by a very kind individual in the area and hosted at a nearby LGS with some really cool stuff lined up. There's a painting competition, which I'll enter, but I'm pretty much destined to lose. One I won't be so sure I'll lose is a reward for the worst dice roll, and maybe the war medal for last place. I bring up this narrative event because there are some special rules in place for the day. First being that this is only 750 points, which I honestly quite like because I'm new. A lot of people at this LGS are new, and I don't think we could all pilot 2,000 point armies in the span of 2 hours. An interesting decision is that, rules-wise, we are meant to consider these battles as strike force battles, which I will absolutely take, considering I'm using Halo Screed, which for those who don't know, I pick a buff each turn to affect a limited number of units, 1 for 1,000 points, 2 for 2,000 points, or a strike force, and 3 for 3,000 points. So despite only piloting a meager 750 points, I can pick 2 of my units for these buffs. That's kind of where my good luck runs out though. The next custom rule is, we're on foot from here lads, which states, if your army contains no monster or vehicle units, start the battle with an additional 3 CP. Uh-oh. I think the intention here is that nobody brings some skewed list with massive brutes to demolish the puny infantry that stands in their way. I understand that of the couple of people that may see this, some might not know how Admech works. So, as of recent buffs to Belisarius Call, specifically someone with that monster keyword, we kinda need him in order to do well, or at least effectively kill stuff. He's got a decent profile, and his gun is the coolest name ever, the Solar Atomizer, but it's mainly for Invocation of Machine Vengeance, which is basically yours at the moment. So I guess I'm curious as to if it's worth still bringing him. My opponent's having a 1 to 3 CP advantage on me sounds less than favourable to start with. What sounds even less favourable is the next ability, Guerrilla Tactics, which states, if every unit in your army has the infantry keyword, you may select 2 core stratagems. The first time in battle you use each of these, change the cost to 0 CP. So, if you haven't gathered from Call being a monster, I don't get this either, which could potentially lead to a 5 CP advantage for the opponent. Oi oi oi. Then there's one more that lets you bring 2 army lists with different detachments, and pick which one you want to use at the start of battle, which is pretty cool. Anyways, see this video as a humble cry for help. Do you have any advice on how to avoid the last place war medal, which I'll forever wear with shame should I earn it? Just tell me how to win. This isn't about having fun, this is about winning.